we took the data from 5 teams: Jets, Giants, Cowboys, Steelers, and 49ers. And they are the mine data you see here. Those are the typical text mining technique, which definitely there's a lot of technology goes behind. And then use the technology, mine the data, and drive the insight. So just look at what kind of interface insights we got. Look at these things, right? So look in terms of digital footprints, right? Who has most number of fan followers? It's all Cowboys, right? That one, they have like 600, 7. Second? Any
I was
questions?
just saying, I can't believe the Jets are that high.
Yeah. And see like how many their fan followers there are on say like Twitter and do you guys understand what do you mean by influencer? Who knows what do you mean by influencer? What is that?
It's someone who has a lot of followers on some social media site and you pay them to place your product. Or as a company, I would pay them to
Yeah,
place
yeah,
your product,
influencer.
integrate the
Yeah,
brand.
so like a lot of you might use Snapchat, right? So when Kylie Jenner tell like, hey, I don't like Snapchat, so Snapchat the stocks went down. So it means see the influence, right? See, her value like billions of dollars, right? So look at the number of influencers, right? So think from the marketer point of view, right? It means they can take these insights, right, and then they should know, okay, whom should they target? Say like it's either Pepsi or Coke or whatever it is, right? They should know which medium to go, where to go, and which team to follow, right? And then look at the demography, right? So they were able to identify the follower who are on the digital media. The average NFL age is 22.5 years. And you know, we did this project, we mined almost 12 terabytes of data. It's not a small set of this, 12 terabytes of data was there. Okay? And look at like, you can easily determine who are the younger, who are the older, right? So here you have, like Steelers had, Cowboy had like a list age, then you have Jets like a average age is 23.8 years, right? And then where they live, you have fans where they live. They live, the data speaks, right? Who lives closer to home, who is dispersed across the geography. So when you are targeting that, just to think marketer point of view, when you are targeting to your audience, you know in which region you need to run the ad, what kind of ad you need to run, right? And what should be the content of the ad, right? This kind of insights giving pretty deeper insights. And then the question is, what they talk? Right? What they talk? If you are a 23, 24-year-old, what you will talk? Right? It's pretty obvious, right? So, anyone has any question here?
So, I have a question. So if you can go back to what 2 slides, you have this,
Here?
yeah, here. So what I see here that there are certain variation in terms of the average age of fans. But like, first of all, it's kind of like, to me, and I may be awfully wrong, but the difference between 22 years and 3.8 is kind of like, it's not that big. Yeah. That's one thing. And the second thing is like, age is something like, it's kind of like, it may be like you may have this result because, let's say, in certain groups, let's say in Jets, for example, and I'm making this probably making this up, but there may be like more groups who are like older, let's say fans, who let's say 50 plus.
Yeah.
While in the like if you look at the what's that, Cowboys, like they're like younger people enjoy them more.
Yeah. So when we did this thing,
Yeah.
the data. So initially we did on 12 terabytes of data. And then it got expanded. So that what you are saying, in the expanded version, those kind of result came. Right? So we have to go to iteration, right? Okay. And here you look at the male to female ratio, right? So that's gender is also very important here. Look at the like Jets, it's 3:1, right? And here in the Cowboys, it comes like 1:1. These are like a very, very deeper insight, right? Whom to target, how to target, and then on the overall NFL is 1:4, right? So those things are important from the marketer point of view, and that's what excited them. This is the real project with the big, large CPG company.
Yeah. So basically, what I see here, so like if I looked at, there are like 3 times more males fans than females.
Yes.
For example, Jets.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, if I look at Cowboys, it's like
One is-
yeah, basically like,
Yeah, almost same. Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I've never been. I don't know. I've been in Texas a couple of times. Something going there.
See, I mean, I'm a neutral, right? I had no idea when I was doing this thing, right? It all came up after mining the data, right? So, I mean, what they talk about, right? If they follow the fans, right? Where they go, where they eat, like they go and eat at Chick-fil-A, Cowboys fan, right? Anyway, I mean, which football team you guys follow? Any? Bears?
The Bears.
Or Hardcore Chicago? Right? So like their influencer, right? What they talk, who are like where they go and eat. So let me come show you a little bit more down here. So just to think, right? Like they talk about a lot of college football also, right? So it's very obvious, but whom they talk about, right? So they are just, I want to show you like how much insight you can get from this is just a simple Twitter data, nothing else, right? The power of analytics, I would say.
So I also wanted to ask, like, I saw a lot in social media, like some people, not a lot, but I saw instances when in targeting, one of the targeting variables, like, type of music style that customers are listening. So what kind of marketing implication does it have?
So when they decide the brand ambassador,
Yeah.
right, that it helps them to select like who should be their brand ambassador.
Like, maybe my question would be like, what is music style is correlated with in terms of the kind of personal characteristics, like hedonism, for example, or centricity, or like I'm thinking from the psychological perspective. If you look at the 5 psychological traits, like agreeableness, for example, openness, excitement, I probably would assume that these things correlated. So like that maybe kind of the style of music.
So like just you think when you build a creative, right, build an ad, right, you put some music there.
Yeah,
Right?
it's like what you do.
Right, it's some music there, so it's in 30-second ad. A lot of thought goes behind, right?
Yeah.
The color, the music, the sequence, right? So all these things, this input goes there. Because our customer were the brand managers, right? Brand manager, and they took it very, very like they were very happy the kind of insights we got.
So can I ask?
Thank you.
No, go ahead.
I was just curious, because I was thinking this a little bit, because going to this conversation, 10 years ago, I was working for a Fortune 500 company too, and a lot of the media placement would be like radio, and I would just think that this would be an implication, I mean, not now, but back then, if you have musical preferences, for instance, that helps you target what radio stations you might advertise on for different, so I can see that being an implication nowadays, I'm not sure, but.
It's all
Or
about
maybe
digital
what
now.
websites you put, like, your ads on.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all about, see, like, whole this ad industry is shifting gradually from traditional media to
Yeah.
digital media, right? And basically, the goal is to like, how can I do very, very customized targeting, right?
Right.
It's possible that the ad you are seeing will have the one kind of music, but when I will see, it could be like a different kind of music. It's all digital, right? It's, they know everything about us. Facebook knows everything about us, right? It's like what website I browse, where I go, what I click, everything being recorded, right? What I talk at home, the Alexa is capturing. That's why these guys want to get into your home, right? So that they can capture what's going on inside the home, right? So that's where the value is, right? And that's why you see the customization is happening. Basically, the personalization. That's what digital has enabled, right? Make it very, very personalized ad or targeting or whatever you are doing here. So these are the like some other insights. Who are the die-hard fan base? Who are the critics? Who like, okay, I can swing left and right? So just to think what it means to marketer, right? Because okay, the data and the insight is, but so what? So being an MBA student, that's where the value comes from. Like you guys think one step ahead, like so what? Right? So that's what I have learned at Kellogg, and that's what the value I bring to my clients. So what, right? So what kind of thing makes and breaks the things. This is a very important concept, I would say. So let me ask this question. So say like your favorite team is losing. So what do you guys do? Switch off the TV? Right? so look at like who are the active, who are the loyal, who are the more active, those who care about their team, right? So just again you have to take it back to from the marketer point of view. How can they tie the whole things together, right? Those who are loyal, how should I reach out to them? And how can I make loyal for my product? Any question?
So what is this graph like, on the left shows? Changes the number of users versus change in...
So when say like your team is losing, right? So when a lot of people get frustrated and all these things. So it's the relative performance where say like so like you are frustrated, right? So you are not responding to anything. So this is what we say like a change in quit or like okay, I'm done with this area, good for nothing kind of. But those who are loyal, still they care about these. So that's what it shows.
So Jets kind of like, for example, if I look at this, like the biggest bubble here, Jets. So are they putting faster or so for example, Jets compared to Cowboys, what do I see here in this picture? In this graph on the left.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
So here, what do you say? This slightly. So what you say that those who are a small base is more active here, right? So the change, if they change say like 6 to 9%, change in number of users. So the volume goes very high for the Jet fan. So it means the loyal are still loyal. Okay, but those who are on the say like fans, they are just dispersing and they have to stop reacting.
So, and what's the base for the change percentage? Is that an average activity or something?
Yeah, average.
Yeah, okay.
Changing number of users, yeah. So finally, we were able to create the persona of a giant fan, okay, how it looks like, and those who somebody can disagree with it. Those who know Giants fan, like he's younger, likes comedy, soft sell bar, green, loves Sam's Club, right? Lives in New York, likes eating in Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know. List critical to his team, right? And then loves about and talks about M&M, right? So do you guys think this makes sense? This is the data. I'm not a Giants fan. This is what data says.
Mhm.
Okay. And here, also this discusses European soccer
On Twitter. It makes sense because it's the city, right? It's the cosmopolitan city, and a lot of people come from, say, like Europe or here other countries, right? So in Europe, the soccer is big thing, right? So it makes sense to me. It makes sense. So anything else?
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just wondering, this is like based on the year of 2017, 18?
No. This is based on the 2011-12 season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it might have changed, right?
No, not really.
Because I see like.
See, like you are.
I'm baffled by that.
Yeah.
See, let me tell you, the difference between now and 10 years back when we're doing analytics. So analytics was done on a very small data set. So that's where the variations were pretty large. But now, when you are processing terabytes of data, the variability can of like a 5% plus and minus, but not much. That's the beauty, right? And the technique's called machine learning, right? So it's not that you do one-time kind of job, right? It's the system keeps on running, right? And say like every week the new data will come and it get trained and it will get the insights. So just to think the way you use Google Map, right? How Google Map tells you like there is just traffic jam from here to say like next street, right? Because the update is happening constantly. It's not like somebody sitting there and doing that. It's all machine learning technology. That's why machine learning has become very, very powerful in terms of building the company, right? Look at the Facebook margin, it's like 45%, right? So how they are able to do? It's all because they can automate all the processes, right? So that's how it is. All big companies now, they're using machine learning to extract the information. And there is, just to think, that the entire pipeline is here, which will keep on building and new data will come, it will get trained and then you get the insight. Yeah.
My category likes comedy more than music. That seems strange to me, that measurement. It just seems like maybe it would say likes country more than rock, or it
Yeah,
would
that's
say
apples and
likes
oranges.
action more than comedy. I don't know what that.
Probably, I would say it's like my lack of knowledge of music and comedy and all this. It's not their problem, it's probably my problem. Okay, so I'm not the guy who goes out to watch movie and listen music. So probably the phrasing or wording is, yeah.
Okay.
Because when we process data, now we got like comedy and all those things.
Yeah.
So
It might be like they listen to comedy albums more than they listen to
That's what I
music.
Okay.
yeah. See, we mine the data. We are engineers, right? We mine the data, and then it comes out like, okay, this is. So we just process it. No. These are the good insights.
So
Yeah, that's all I have.
okay, so going back to this profile. So for example, let's take Giants and compare like that with Coborn's, for example. How different are they? Will it be drastically different, or